So we're going to start out today. It's Sunday. The stockyards accept sheep from 3 till 8 p.m. It's about a half-hour trip down there. So what I want to go ahead and do first is load this massive Suffolk ram we have. Get him loaded on the trailer first, pinned up in the front. And then because we need to go to the house to get the other two ewes that we're going to be taking down, we're going to go ahead and put Willow here in the back, our new ewe that we just purchased. She spent some time over here at the bank barn by herself, just us watching her, basically quarantined from the rest of the ewes. So we're going to go ahead and take her over, add her in the pen with the rest of the ewes, and load up the other two that we're going to be taking down to the stockyard. This is the one we're taking, but we're trying to keep him in. You guys spend all day fighting, don't go hugging now. And you just pin what's his face in. Okay. Pin him in. Pin him in. Okay, here goes Bert. Of course he went right where I don't need him to. Come on out here so we can close this up. Come on, bud. He's leading pretty good with me underneath his head. Come on, Bert. Come on up in here. Come in there. Get your head back in there. You just gotta be fast on the close. Maybe not. Maybe she's going. Up there, girl. Dang. Okay, that was a lot easier than expected. I thought Bert was going to be no problem, and she was going to give us all kinds of issues getting on here, but she basically loaded herself, got right out here. With Bert, I basically wrapped my arm around his head and just kind of let him. He's, like I said, semi-halter broke, but I didn't think I was going to need it today, just because sometimes when I put it on him, he fights me a lot, and with separating him from that other ram, I thought he'd be wanting to fight me a lot more. But, you know, I was surprised. She loaded a lot better than him. Ready to meet some other girls, Willow? Everybody gotta get their sniffs in. So this is the ewe right there that we're going to be loading up. But what we need to do is get the ewe that's out of this pen out first, because we're going to use this kind of as a gateway right here. And then that way we can leave the trailer door open to get this first ewe on. And then we'll get that closed back up and then separate out this one. So this is the ewe that we're calling here. This is the one that we were a little concerned about being too thin. She's still pretty bony. It's been a couple weeks since we wormed her. They're getting grain now. I'm feeding each of them about 2 pounds per day. And you can see these other ewes are having no problem keeping a good body condition on them. I mean, yeah, some you see just the tops of their hips like that one there. Compare them to ones that are more like her, these bigger Suffolks. You know, they're not as bony. They look, you know, basically the same, just a little bit bigger. And that's why we're pulling her, because we went ahead and collected a fecal sample from her, took it to the vet. Vet said everything looked great with her. She's just such a big framed ewe that we've been feeding by weight and feeding hay even by average body weight. And you can see the rest of these ewes are having no problem keeping up with that 2 pounds of grain a day and that hay. But this girl, she still has some diarrhea, and she just looks like she's always starving. She's always fighting to get to the food first, because I think she's just extra hungry. And you know, she's taking a lot more resources. This year she lost one of her lambs. Her bag really hasn't shrunk up as good as we'd like to see it. And right now she's getting ready. She actually just turned 3 years old this year. And instead of basically putting her up for sale and pushing her off on somebody else and making it their problem, we figured we'd just go ahead and call her and take her down to the stockyards. This way, girl. Nope. This way. Nope. Up. Nope. Up. Up. And this is the second ewe we're pulling from the flock today. She has 1 foot that her hoof grows extremely fast on. It's always outgrowing the other 3. She's always getting manure caught in there, always getting it a little bit of hoof rot because of that. We have to constantly keep her trimmed. You can just see how massive bone she is in those back legs, and that just makes for a really hard, because she's always carrying that bacteria with her. Another thing about this ewe, she didn't breed back last year. This year she was one of the last ones to breed. You can see she's just a little thin because she is one of these massive frame Suffolks. She's actually the first ewe that we went and purchased. She was part of that group of 3 ewes. She's done really good. We have other ewe lambs from her here in our flock, but just going forward, it takes her a few minutes to get up in the mornings. And right now she's at her most thinnest that she'll be all year because going in, getting bred, and just getting larger with the lambs. So I've noticed that in the mornings she'll start rocking to actually get herself up off the ground. And we're just trying to, not have any complications with that. So we're gonna go ahead and get her loaded here on the back of the trailer also, and take her down to the stockyards too. Up on there. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Push there, push on the gate there. Give him some pressure. Come on. Go, girl. Go. Go. Load up. Go on, horses. Come on, go. 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 Jump, girl. Go. Here, you take this camera and hold on the gate. I'm gonna try to lift her a little bit. Come on up here. Get your leg up there. Come on, go. There you go. So we got these 3 loaded up. It's about 90 today. I'm hot, I'm sweaty. So I know getting the sheep worked up like this isn't ideal. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and top everybody's water off. I'm gonna get this truck and trailer parked here in the shade while we do that. It's about a half-hour trip down to the stockyards, and we just want to get them down there basically as quick as possible, just so that way they don't get stressed out and too hot while they're on here. So by the time we got home yesterday, after dropping those 2 ewes and the ram off at the stockyards, it was later in the evening. I still need to do some feeding and stuff, so I didn't get a chance to wrap it up. Currently, one of the main reasons that ram went down to the stockyards, he started losing a little bit of weight. I think he was born in 2018. And currently, since we lost our ram Rusty and we replaced him with the ram Maverick, the only ewes that are related to our Hamp Cross ram right now are 2 of his sisters and his mother, and then all the other sheep have no relation to anybody if we keep Sparkles and Maverick. So that's why we decided we didn't need a 3rd ram any longer, and Bert, that commercial large frame Suffolk, was one to go. When we originally started out raising these Suffolks, we liked that Cullum and Stevens bloodline of these large frame, just large producing lambs. But with the way we're going now, we don't really want that. We don't need that. He did his job. His lambs would always get very large, but it costs a lot to raise those lambs, and it's just not really the direction that we're wanting to go in. And by dropping those 2 ewes out of the flock, it puts us at a good number for this winter with as dry as it's been, and with just hay need and feed need going forward. We're really happy with what we have left, so we're just going to leave it basically the way it's set up right now, and in the next week or so start getting everybody ready, getting them split off, so that way we can add the rams into the groups of ewes and kick off the breeding season, probably the earliest we've ever done it. So that'll wrap this video up. Thanks for watching.